Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Mujiji ki Jai. Welcome, welcome. It would be interesting to contemplate that if this was the last Satsang ever, not just for the break, then what would I say? There was no more Satsang after this. And after all of this 500 or 600, whatever Satsangs we've had, after all of these, then in the final Satsang, what would I say? Absolutely nothing. Because no idea, no concept, not even the best pointings are about you actually. They're just that, just pointings, but you cannot truly even point to the self. Just as I would not say anything, you must also not buy any idea, story, belief, concept about yourself. Get used to the silence. Sometimes it can be that satsang and the pointings in the satsang itself also give us some sense of personal existence. So utilize this opportunity for silence to get used to this silence of your own being. Complete silence where it is not that appearances are not allowed or something is being resisted. It's only that everything is allowed to just come and go. This silence which is completely open, not closed. In all of these satsangs, I have not said anything about you. Just pointed some arrows saying this way, look this way, don't go that way, just come this way, walk with me this way. See? But what is found, and I know it is found for many of you, what is found that we cannot speak about. No word is enough to capture this. We can try, we can say awareness, knowing the absolute self, the ultimate, all these words we use. But does it really capture the essence of this, which is no thing? Is no thing, and yet it is that from which everything comes. And just in the same way that all of you trust me, in the same way I must trust that the words which have been shared here, the pointings which have been shared here, have taken you to this point of seeing directly what you are. And I know that this habit of seeming personal, the habit of presenting ourselves personally, this is sticky. So I'm not saying it will never happen to any of you. But I do know that it is not possible for it to have the strength that it used. All the food, all the nutrition for you to let go of this habit has already been provided to you. And the digesting is also happening. What has flowed from here over the last couple of years is a movement towards simplification and demystification of that which seems so complex, that which seems so difficult to get. A simplification and a demystification of enlightenment or liberation. And I feel that it is excellent that it has been able to flow like this in the simplest possible ways. Every aspect of this has been looked at. We've looked at all the concepts, right from awareness to consciousness to the idea of the person and all its many attributes, specifically doership and specialness. And together we have contemplated into all of these, directly looked, discarded that which was just an idea and remained as that which is here always. And in this seeing, for many of us, suffering has become a laughable concept. This concept of the sufferer itself has become so alien. I'm so grateful to all of you for your love, your trust, your devotion. And I can with all integrity say that it has not been misplaced. Because the voice which speaks from here is the voice of your presence. So this love, this trust, this devotion will be your armor against any attack of the mind. So don't buy into any of this that without these 1 or 2 months of satsang, something will change. I'm right there with you as your own presence, closer than close. This is our most intimate play, our truest relationship, independent of forms, independent of words. This presence is shining. Your presence is shining. Let this light of your own being guide all appearances that are appearing for you. Your presence is blessing this entire realm. It is creating this entire realm. And everything is moving with your grace, with your blessing. Don't believe otherwise. Nothing inauspicious, nothing but the will of God is ever happening. Whatever the appearance might be in this appearing world, don't resist. Whatever the appearance might be on the seeming inside, thoughts, memories, imagination. Don't resist all sensations, emotions, energies, feelings. Let them be. There is no one here to be hurt. There is nobody inside this body. Everything, including this body, is inside your presence, your being. Don't allow this trickster voice to confuse, delude you anymore. Because you are here. That means something is done with this play. I have given you the master key to be free from all suffering. And even if it seems like it is effort, it is the hardest thing that you can ever do. Even if you're believing this, then put this effort to not believe your next thought. And you will find that the sense of it being effort was completely false. And don't follow this pointing, believing that it will bring you to some freedom. The starting point is freedom. You are free now. The only thing that is happening is the dropping of the pretense of personhood by not believing the next thought. You are the self, you are free, you are the light, you are home. For too long you have pretended to be the non existent one. That which is here is you. That which needs belief can never exist. That which is not found is not real. What cannot leave? When you leave everything aside, what can't be left aside? You are that. And that has no problems. That has no concern. has not even a sense of control over anything. Don't pick up the me, don't pick up the individual I. This power rests with you completely as consciousness. Don't believe otherwise. Don't say as a person I can do nothing. There is no person. You have never been a person. You have always been consciousness. And ultimately, you have always been that which is aware, even of consciousness. You are this ocean of existence. And some of you are still pretending to be the drops in this ocean. And that is your choice as consciousness. But know that it is a lie. Know that it is a lie. It can never be true. God cannot lose himself. I hope all of you are completely tired of the lie. It is my blessing to you that may you be completely tired of the pretense. We have been blessed by the suffering which has brought us here. It has been a great blessing. And we are blessed by the suffering which is making us more and more open. And it might sound strange, but as your teacher and as your friend, I am grateful to this suffering if it is appearing for you. Because it is burning all that is false. Let it burn. Everything that can be burnt, let it burn. Don't try to rescue anything. Only the false can be burned. all doership, may all arrogance, may all specialness, may everything that props up this idea of me be burnt in the fire of this satsang, or be burnt in the fire of your devotion, either in the presence or in the devotion, or if you're not willing to let it go here, then in your suffering itself. Your own presence is causing this movement of dissolution of all that is false. Don't resist anything. If this entire universe has to burn to ashes, let it burn. It cannot touch you. You are that from which the light of the creation of all the realms arises. Are you not done playing this game? You are that in which the Supreme Lord is born. What is attractive in this person? Don't touch the person. Listen to this voice which is coming from your own presence. And don't buy any story from the mind. No matter how attractive, how true it might seem, it is not. Because it is still referring to you as this bucket of flesh, blood, and bones. And this is Maya, you see. How the Supreme Lord has the power to pretend to be this bucket of flesh, blood, and bones. He himself has created this hypnosis of thoughts. No idea, no thought, no story you have. Get used to it, and you will find that there is so much joy in this being without any story. even if it feels uncomfortable for a while, to drop all your stories. I know initially can seem like it is some sort of a limbo state. The fear will come. I don't know what's happening to my life. Am I going in the right direction? As if we've always gone in the right direction in the past. Just this little bit of fear tries to pull you back. Not even the fear, the interpretation that this is what the fear means. Just forget about it. Whatever it is, forget about it. Even the story of last satsang, in the eyes of eternity, it is nothing at all. Actually, my job has only been one, which is to stand as a mirror in front of you and only ask this question: who are you? And a true mirror does not reflect the false. Therefore, I have not bought your stories, your ideas, because I could not do you this disservice. I love you too much for that. Just being here as a mirror, not accepting any story, and just asking who you are is all that I have done. And you yourself have seen again and again, discarded the false. And for that, this mirror is very grateful. And now you know. You now know. When you pick up a false story, you know it actually. And this knowing is my gift to you. Because the same knowing which operates from here is now operating in all of you. Just be wary of this thought that comes and says, yes, I know it now. I'm okay to play with my mind for some time. Voice. There is nothing in that play. There is nothing in any mental play. No joy is coming from there. And no joy is missing without the mind. No love is missing. No peace is missing without the mind. So whenever it still comes and tempts you, come, come, let's play. Know that it will show you the way only to misery, no matter how enlightened you believe yourself to be. Remember that no matter where you are, whatever the situation might be, all the pointings that you've heard in Satsang are completely true right here, right now, in whatever appearance might be. You cannot stop being, and you are aware. So if you ask, can I stop being now? Immediately, the presence of God is available at your service. God in service to God Himself. And when you ask, am I aware now? And just a simple looking, you see that this awareness is here, that which is aware even of consciousness. This you are, untouched by any appearance. If it seems like a choice, that you still have a choice, don't pick up the me. Don't pick up the me. Then it will be clear to you soon that it is grace itself that made this choice. But while it still seems like a choice, don't believe your thought. Don't pick up the me. Don't try to Advaita your way out of this. Don't try to use non-doership as a way out of this. It is still a mind trick. Whatever the mind might be selling, don't buy. And if you buy, and everyone does, even the sages, they buy some thoughts, then you drop. That is all. Don't believe any guilt about anything. No guilt and no proclamations, just in the simplicity of being. I just want to thank all of you for allowing this voice into your heart, for opening the door to this presence. And most of all, the biggest gratitude, biggest pranams at the feet of my master, Sadhguru Sri Moji Ji, for allowing his servant, his son, to share his voice. I want to end by saying what Maharaj used to say. He said, stop looking at yourself as Arjun. Find the Krishna which is there, your own presence. Speak as that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.